Now, I have principles. I don't think it's no bad tactics, only bad targets. That's not me.
As he's literally showing my docs.
But Destiny is very clearly laying out that those are the standards that he believes in.
Just to be clear, these are not the standards I believe in. I think all this is insanely unhinged, but I've been tired of dealing with it for 6 months with no retribution, so now we do the retribution.
Bad Empanada is a known doxer and harasser. If you go on his Twitter account at any time, you could see him doxing people. He's probably the most famous for being the one who claimed he called CPS on Ethan and Gila. He's constantly encouraged and defended people doing it. He literally opened up a CPS merch line because he thinks it's so funny.
Got a hat. I did CPS, the CPS logo with the 2 skulls, of course, 2 skulls. Not a reference to anything in particular.
He knowingly defames people. In my last video, I pointed out that Bad Empanada constantly claims that Lonerbox's dad was part of a militia group that killed a bunch of civilians. No evidence for it. His response is to give the most forced laugh I've ever heard. And then he just doubles down on everything he made up.
He complains that I called Lonerbox, that I said that Lonerbox's dad participated in the Sabra and Shatila massacre, which he absolutely did, by the way. Lonerbox has never disproven this until he disproves that it's true.
So I guess I shouldn't be surprised that when my docs gets found, Bad Empanada immediately posted everywhere. Uploads a video blasting my name, my bride's name, the address of our wedding, all over the internet. It's also come out that he's swatting people, filing fake police reports, all while plugging his Patreon. Bad Empanada fabricating entire background stories about me and my wife.
A certain slop tuber who does nothing but make videos in which he attacks pro-Palestinian people and de facto, as a result of that, helps to further Israel's genocide in Gaza, has been outed as having been honeypotted by Israel. Israel is literally assigning slop tubers government-assigned Israeli wives.
Man, Mossad's really good at their job, because me and my girl started dating 8 years ago when I was still a nobody on YouTube.
So the slop tuber in question is Willie Mac Show. His son...
Notice how Willie Mac didn't actually deny the accusation that he got honeypotted. Israel could be planting future seeds. Maybe the only reason Willie Mac made it as a YouTuber is because this honeypot was successful. So Israel boosted his channel. Just saying.
Making pro-Israel content constantly, is suddenly making nothing but videos attacking pro-Palestine people.
I covered Hasan before all this. It just turns out a war starting in the Middle East didn't make him any better at covering the news. So guess what? I was able to make more YouTube videos. He never addresses my actual points. It's just character assassinations for why I should be doxxed. Bad Empanada then doxes another YouTuber with the justification that he's a Nazi and that it's for journalistic interest. And then he says that's why it's important to dox me and my wife because she's Israeli.
You're actually allowed to reveal personal information about people, especially their real names, if it's within journalistic interest. You know, if there is journalistic reason for doing so. And exposing a clear conflict of interest in this guy's content and his personal life is journalistic interest. It's why, for example, I can tell you that the YouTuber Zoomer Historian, a neo-Nazi history YouTuber, is this guy. I can tell you this because it is within journalistic interest to do so, even though he did not release his information himself publicly. Just like how I can tell you that Willie Mac Show is William McConville, and he is getting married to a Yale. Now, I am not going to give you the full name of the person he's getting...
He does. He scrolls down and up and does it.
...married to.
He literally just scrolled down and showed her full name. I reported the video, and he added this little blur, but it still doesn't cover her name.
She is Israeli, and she was assigned to him by the Israeli government. They've taken down this page, but as you can see, it is freely available on Google. They, for some reason, as the guy who is a public figure, decided to just publicly announce in public his wedding.
How is this allowed on YouTube? He does this thing where he constantly tries to justify his reason for doxing me. He's like Ethan doxed Denims when he sued them.
This guy has no right to complain about revealing his real name to be doxing. Because Willie Mac Show went on the H3 podcast, which is a podcast that frequently doxes people. In Ethan's recent video...
Sorry, just as a quick thing, before we finish this. So Chud Logic has apparently taken a stand very bravely against Willie Mac. Thank God. And it's funny because you can see, like the usual suspects in his chat over it. And you've got Augie over there. A lot of these names are from Driscoll's chat, but you have the man himself is over there. You know, all of them are supporting each other, giving each other big pats on the back. My last DMs with Willie Mac were on July 24th. I just messaged him to tell him that, to make sure that he knew that his wife and wedding were being doxxed. That's the last time I've talked to him, and I don't really talk to him. And then before that, like March 10th was the last time I spoke with him, which I think had to do with the whatever interview video we did. But I only bring that up because I've been out of town. I've been unplugged for the past 2 days, so I don't know what's been going on. So I just am following up on like DMs that people are sending me. But apparently, Jessica was trying to say, dude, I'm just realizing Willie Mac is most certainly in Destiny's DMs. Where's the proof, Destiny? You have the proof, right? Destiny, you're not just like a son. I don't talk to Willie Mac about any of his videos or any of the shit that he does. I don't know why or where this idea comes from, other than all of these people have the same stance that because they're trying to control everything behind the scenes, I must be trying to control everything behind the scenes. But I'm very open. Okay, I'm like Donald Trump right now. Okay, I'm very open about everything I do right now. You can see everything I do. People are not happy with it. Well, here it is.
Video talking about his lawsuit against 3 young women. He included unredacted legal filings that he made that include their real names and their real locations.
That's just how legal filings work.
Here's a video clip of Ethan Klein doxing a random Instagram commenter on his show. Ethan goes through the guy's Instagram, brings up pictures of his family members.
Commenter commented from their Instagram account with their full name talking trash to Ethan and had loads of pictures of them and their family on it. I didn't get sued. I didn't comment on your video with my full name. At the end of the day, my crimes are marrying a Jew and going on a podcast. He's nonstop lying about me and my wife, saying she was in the IDF. His fans are saying she murdered babies. He's saying propagandists should die as he's calling me a paid propagandist. They're saying we're valid targets. He posted a photo of what he thinks is my wife in the IDF, but they're actually just pictures of random teenage girls. I asked my wife what...
Come on, like you and Willie Mac don't talk at the alumni meetings? He is just barely there. You don't get into the alumni meetings until a year after you've been married to a Jew. So his wife's been in the meetings. I guess it's possible his wife tells him stuff that comes from the meetings, though you're not supposed to leak. But no, he won't be fully, what's not indicted, inducted into the chat for like 360 or whatever days.
This was, and she thinks it's the Israeli Girl Scouts, so he's just posting little girls on Twitter. My wife didn't serve in the IDF. She came over here at 3 years old. On top of it, he doesn't even know her politics on that situation. He's just being racist. But the worst thing he did was post the date and address of our wedding the week before it took place. He does it multiple times throughout the video, showing an archived page of our site, because we did take it down to try and hide it. But nope, there it is. The time, the date, the address.
Yale and William McConville are getting married very soon. Yale, who is Israeli and Israeli government-provided wife.
So now our wedding is being messed with, and they are wasting the time of our venue, the hotel, and 2 police stations. It's cost me thousands of extra dollars in insurance and potentially closing down the entire building, and my bride is coming up to me and asking me if we're about to be double homicided at her wedding. I'm like, no, baby, these people don't leave their mom's basements, but she sees the news. She saw 2 low-level staffers at the Israeli embassy get shot and killed. She's worried. So I'm being told by the police that I should go online and at the Israeli embassy get shot and killed. She's worried. So
Wait, were there 2 more people killed, or were there? I thought the 2 Jewish people that got killed were coming out of like a museum or whatever. Was it an embassy? I thought that was a museum. Hold on, let me just double check on that. 2 Jewish staffers killed USA outside of the Capitol Jewish Museum at Washington, D.C. on May 21st. Okay.
So I'm being told by the police that I should double staffers at the Israeli embassy in her mom's basements, but she sees the news. She saw 2 low-level staffers at the Israeli embassy get shot and killed. She's worried.
Okay. The only reason I say that is I feel like it's a bit more spooky. It's not like the guy went and shot up the embassy. Pretty sure he was just killing people coming out of the museum, which is really weird. I don't know why I'm laughing. That's not funny. That's kind of funny.
So I'm being told by the police that I should go online and see if there's any direct threats. And I see a video made by a guy who hates me, showing all of my information and giving a hypothetical where I'm a valid target because Destiny's a hypocrite.
Stevie said anything involving this bad Empanada guy or anyone that supports him is justifiable ammo. Anything is justified against bad Empanada and anyone that supports him. Let's apply those standards. Why are we saying this about Bad Empanada? Well, it appears to be because Bad Empanada doxed Willie Mac's wife. So, would Destiny be saying that those who dox people, those who make calls to violence...
Just so you know, right, if you're not autistic, you can tell, like, all of this is, like, fun and games to them, right? I'm only saying this because it's annoying because when they go outside of the community, whenever they use words like gisticle, all of them will like, doxing is horrible, and blah, blah, blah. But, like, when they're talking about it, it's, like, giggly and funny and, like, laughing and, like, oh, so you're saying it's okay, haha, right? Because it's all, like, because they all already do this. And they know it, right? And they're just relying on random audiences on the peripheral to not be aware of it. But again, there's a reason why there's so much exchange between the people on Kiwi farms, between all these Unhinged Discord servers, between all of these different communities, between all the people that are doxing, and why all of it, until recently, was all happening on just one side. They know it. They're all aware of it.
Violence or allusions to violence.
And the only defense that they can have is this pushback. Like, show me in my community, where is the docs posted exactly? Show me in my Discord server. Where is it? I don't have any connections then. Where? And it's like, okay, all right, Chief.
Should be fair game, and all of their supporters, all the personalities that back them up, all the chatters that back him up.
This is essentially a Destiny snark community. This guy's narrative for the past 6 months is that I'm covering for Destiny despite me making 2 of the most in-depth videos criticizing him. Their evidence behind this is I said Destiny is better at covering the news than Hasan and Vosh, which is somebody who has made videos on all 3 of these people. I think that's objectively true, but I digress. But most importantly, it's that when these 2 do something stupid, I make fun of them back. The truth is, Bad Empanada did not originate my docs.
Okay. Apparently this was in response to that video too. Oh, this is from Spicy Chat. It's hard to keep the chat separate sometimes because it's all the same people. Dude, this is crazy. Willie's just lying. There's no way he's this retarded. This is retarded. This retarded never bothered unlisting his wedding site, but notice how no one posted it here. I think I already showed on stream, but they were literally posting pictures of Willie and his wife in pictures together. But maybe they didn't post the actual exact URL to the wedding site, but like this is like the game they play, you know? Calling his new wife fat? His wife isn't even like a content creator. But like what, it's just like so unhinged and crazy. Like what the Jesus. Oh, here's our good friend Gisticle. Oof. How do you feel if you're in Gisticle's Discord and he types more in Spicy Chat than he does in his Discord server? He's trying to milk you guys for the last of your patron money. Oof. I don't know how you could cover Keffels, condemn them sufficiently, and leave out the blatant lying Keffels did in attributing her harassment. Brother, ... Destiny snark is based. Yeah, guys, we should all just pretend all these disgusting rats are perfect. No, we laugh at their insane behavior. Like, that's the only 2 options. You either have to say we're all perfect, or you have to stalk and dox and obsess over every single possible thing relating to, I guess, every bit of everybody's personal lives on my end of things. He will get away with this too, although I hope not. Ethan fans are unhinged too. It could easily lead to him causing harassment or doxing. And that's not even counting DGG. Jesus Christ, Willie. I'm still confused that I love the history rewriting. I'm still confused as to why Willie gets any respect whatsoever. What's he done? Some videos on Hasan? And before that, I never liked him anyway. I'm not sure if I want to wait and respond to this Willie video. He just lies and says Queemans and this community has been dropping mass docs. Literally didn't check a single fact the entire time. Oh, this is in Justicle's Discord server, probably? I don't think this Kelly Jean is the real Kelly Jean. The only doxer we had here was a Darius chatter, and it was a super personal, retarded drama between 2 ex-lovers. This is so dumb. I hate that Destiny's Trump tactic is working. Ah! Justicle, did you see Willie calling Augie a doxer and defending Destiny? Saw most of the video. It is very pathetic. Ooh, 55. Oh my God. My secret agent's doing work. Like, a dozen different complete lies about me and one of my friends?
He maliciously spread it everywhere, but my docs originated on a niche forum by this guy's unhinged viewers. So when I see this clip, it's obviously a dog whistle to fuck with me. He literally gets a donation that says, I understand what we must do. Wink, wink.
Anything is justifiable against Destiny and the people who support him. No?
Like, again, this is just like the Israel-Palestine. When Israel does, be like, you know that, like, you guys are going to get attacked now by terrorists if you do this. Like, yeah, it's already happening. Like, you guys already do everything anyway, no matter what. Like, what more? like, there's nothing you can really threaten. Like, your communities are already, like, maximum unhinged.
Is justifiable.
Unless you guys want to put together, like, real-life death squads and start showing up at homes.
It's Destiny and the people who support him. No? Is that not the standard? That's what he's laying out for me here. Now, I have principles. I don't think it's no bad tactics, only bad targets. That's not me.
As he's literally showing my docs.
But Destiny is very clearly laying out that those are the standards that he believes in. Those are the standards he wishes.
Just to be clear, these are not the standards I believe in. I think all this shit is insanely fucking unhinged, but I've been tired of dealing with it for 6 months with no retribution. So now we do the retribution. And if you don't like it, and if this is making you really unhinged and you really uncomfortable, and now you have people like Ryle, Kittenhouse, or whatever, deleting all their accounts because they don't like the fact that now we know he's a 3-time convicted felon or whatever, well, then stop doing it. And as soon as your side brings it down, well, then maybe I'll chill. It's like super easy. I think all this is super ultra Unhinged. But I mean, like, if this is like, it cannot be the fact that you could say, well, it's not posted to my server directly, but there's every single person has accounts on like all the different sites, and all of you guys are friends with each other, and all of it gets posted, and all the information just happens to wind up in some kind of form across all the different platforms. As long as that happens, well, then fine. If you want to play stupid, that's fine. I'm not going to play stupid. I'll just be upfront about it. And if you want to get mad about that, then fine. But hey, as soon as you stop,
is to be enforced. Is if you're a doxer, if you call for violence.
Also, what does the Destiny standard have to do with Willie Mac Show? It is, I don't even know why, actually. Maybe because these people are bored. I don't know why these people hate me so much. I don't even want to be a part of their community. I just do politics, okay? 2024 onwards, I just want to cover politics. That's it. Maybe it's for the views, or maybe they're bored. I don't know. But if you have to either say I'm like fully 1 trillion, quadrillion % a super rapist, or you're 1 trillion % pro Destiny rape, and you're a new Ghislaine Maxwell enabler. Like, that's it. There's no in between. So that's like that's just the MO for this crowd. So anything that I say, if you're another person on the internet and you're not like affirming 1 million % that I'm a rapist, then you're in the same exact camp as me. It's just retarded.
Those are the standards he wishes to be enforced. Is if you're a doxer, if you call for violence, anything is justifiable against your supporters.
Order taken.
Okay, that's not what I'm saying, Max. Actually, I just explicitly said otherwise, actually, Max.
He's got a eating grin on his face. He knows what he's doing.
Oh, nice! Oh, I gotta be careful before I comment ahead of time, because I gave Willie the full script for his video, and I just remembered I pulled that from the script. My bad, Willie. I didn't mean to out you there, buddy. My bad. I guess there is a lot more information going between the alumni chat directly to Willie than I thought. No, but I'm glad that he catches it, right? This is like there are ways that people talk about things where you can tell how they really feel about things. And, you know, when somebody logs in and they're like, guys, like, I feel like things are just really weird right now. Like, I feel like people are doxing me. Like, I don't know. I'm going to take a little break and figure out what's going on. Like, that's one thing. But when somebody's like, guys, they think that, guys, they're doxing everybody. And, well, if you're going to be doxing, then, well, maybe we're going to. Like, come on, bro.
He's got a eating grin on his face. He knows what he's doing. This then gets retweeted by his friend J-Stock, who pushed the exact same narratives about me. I'm obviously very unhappy about this. It's affecting my real life, but instead of anyone actually acknowledging this, they do what bad Empanada did and try to hypocrisy hunt to justify their actions. They're like, why aren't you mad at Destiny? He quote tweeted your docs too.
Why aren't you mad at Destiny himself?
Destiny is defending my already viral docs that's already in the hands of all of the people who—
Do you see how that works? This is one of the reasons why it's so hard to talk about it, and I can't just openly be like, oh, hey, on KF, XYZ, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever docs was posted, right? Because anytime the docs is involved too, it's like difficult to even talk about it or around it without bringing more attention to it, which is one of the things that they kind of thrive on, because you can't be as open about it because now you're also publicizing the docs, you know? But I'm sorry, Willie. I don't know if this is Willie or not. Oh, I guess maybe he sounds like it, but now I don't care. Now I just like, if your docs, your docs. I'm not going to let that slow me down and outing these weirdos.
Destiny himself.
Destiny is defending my already viral docs that's already in the hands of all the people who hate me. We're acting like context and scale don't matter. It was actually kind of nice to see someone with a big audience who I've criticized in the past stand up for me and say this is wrong. But look at this comment. Willie refuses to acknowledge the obvious, that Destiny is the biggest proponent in spreading his docs. No, it was actually Bad Empanada who did that. Do you know how time works, proponent?
I wonder who this account is even. Wait, hold on. I haven't checked this. It might be nothing. I'm just curious. Oh, fuck. I think they deleted all their comments. I wonder why. Well.
In spreading his docs. No, it was actually Bad Empanada who did that. Do you know how time works? They hate Destiny so much they're ignoring the very reality we live in. That's what I don't get at all. Is he perfectly fine with his docs being—
Oh wait, what the fuck? Do these? Oh wait, just kidding. Never mind. They need to delete this one. Okay. Can I say how much I hate? I don't know how to describe this, but I guess in order to save resources on some websites, I say on some websites, on Reddit, you know that when you scroll down, it's actually deloading a lot of what was earlier in this page, right? Like if I try to go back up, it has to reload the thing. So if I were to Control F right now and search for a name or search for something, it wouldn't show up because it's actually unloading these. See, when you go back up, it's unloading the things and it has to reload them when you scroll. Oh, it's annoying. Okay, sorry.
Being spread around as long as the person who's spreading it is condemning it? At this point, my docs is already spread, the toothpaste is out of the bottle. What bothered me most in this moment was the narrative that I deserve it, or that it's part of some greater Destiny justice. If Queeman pulled up my docs and only said Bad Empanada sucks for this, I wouldn't care. It's the dog whistle call to action that's the problem. It's so obvious, yet I'm seeing respected commentator Augie call me a hypocrite because I said doxing is wrong.
This is from a month ago. Willie says, you should delete this. It's just doxing and a thing to do to someone whose worst crime is being annoying on the internet. So you have that situation there. So there is twice replying to JStock's docs, but then he got upset about his docs being shared.
Yeah, holy shit. It's as if context matters. It's as if me calling out a tweet that already has 100,000 views doesn't add any negative effect. He pearl clutches and gives this big performance about my quote tweet.
I showed you 2 times. Here he is doing it a 3rd time. Just
Who even is this guy?
a few days ago before I even did this stream. And I actually had to like tell him, I was like, dude, delete this shit, right?
But on this same stream, Augie shows the uncensored link of JStock's docs. He also replied under JStock's docs on Twitter. So what are we talking about? Are we gonna call Augie a doxer? No, because they don't actually care about this. He's just being performative to
Oh, that's Augie? That's what Augie looks like, Adam Sandler from, what was the name of that movie? Big Daddy? What? Am I making this up? What am I thinking of? He's not have a scene with a hat here? Okay, whatever.
I was like,
He also replied under JStock's docs on Twitter. So what are we talking about? Are we gonna call Augie a doxer? No, because they don't actually care about this. He's just being performative to justify what's happening to me. Augie acts confused throughout this entire segment.
The Augie guy hates you, I think, because of the Trump firefighter comments. No, what happened with Augie and Nicholas Diorio was I think they were I don't call them super fans, but I think they were really big fans of me. And then Pixie's Festo on me dropped. And so they had to pull like an Anthony Fantano with Sam Hyde, right, in order to prove how not fans of me they were ever, or how much they condemn me. They like 180'd into ultra omega anti-fans. But then they also got drafted into this weird like gistical side group. And so it like fostered and grown from there.
literally days.
They always hated you? I don't think so. Well, Nicholas Diorio definitely didn't. I'm pretty sure I've been like in off-stream chats with him before, unless he secretly hated me, never said it. I don't know about Augie. I'm going to be honest. Augie and Nicholas like occupy the same spot in my mind, and that I think I'm probably conflating the two a bit. But maybe Augie never was a fan. I'm not sure. Maybe it was just Diorio I'm thinking of.
After he threw a hissy fit. Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't really make any sense to me. It's like, what the f are we talking about here? I mean, what argument are we making here? This is just crazy. It makes no sense.
I know why he's confused. It's because he never plays the original clip that made me mad in the first place. He just summarizes as they criticized Destiny, and that's why Willie's mad.
Too bothered by this, but instead he was bothered by some stuff that...
Remember... I wish I could drill this into everybody's brain. The ultimate red flag for a bad faith actor is when they can never, ever, ever give an accurate summary of why the other side feels the way they do. That's always a huge red flag, right? Like, oh, why is this guy so mad at him? Oh, I think he's mad at him because he said something mean about him. It's like, really? That's what's driving all of this? It's not nothing else? That even from their perspective, they would agree with that summary of things?
Queeman and J-Stock were saying, and... basically what they were saying was it's kind of hypocritical for Destiny to get upset at, Willie Mac for getting doxed when he has a history of doxing people and is currently right now calling for their doxes, right?
So
just as a heads up, all of this is, and again, you have no power over me because I don't give a fuck about any of these people and I don't give a fuck about openly saying what I do. Yeah, I do support all of this stuff and I will continue to support it as long as your community does. Like, this is not going to be a boogeyman thing where it's like, wait, did somebody hear that he support? Yeah, I do. And I don't give a I don't care if that makes you mad. I don't care if you get ass pain. I don't care if you want to run to other loser commentary people and talk about it. The reality is that if you guys are all going to do this on your side for months and months and months, which you have, well then yeah, I'm going to start doing it too. Get bent. I don't give a and I hope more of you delete your accounts as I find you creepy weirdos, okay? But remember, this only started because this is where you wanted to go, all right? And now we're here, so welcome.
Free of doxing people and is currently right now calling for their doxes, right?
So he never plays the context and then acts like the reason I'm mad is because they called Destiny a hypocrite. Nothing about my wedding or my bride. How is that possible unless you're being bad faith? I'm not even sure if Augie knows what a dog whistle is. He's like, unless Tweeman pulls up Willie's docs and then says, I love doxing Willie, it's all fine.
It's not even really a point against Willie Mac. It was mainly a point against Destiny. I don't think at any point Queen was like, yeah, and he got doxed, and I love that.
Like, it's so stupid how childish these people act, right? Like, this is the equivalent to, I can't use Trump as an example because he's so blatant, but I mean, I can. It's like the equivalent to, like, how can you convict that guy of first-degree murder when the guy never said, I knowing the consequences of what I'm about to do, I'm going to pull the trigger on this gun fully expecting the other person to die. It's like, how can you know his state of mind? There's no way that we could ever possibly know what was going on in his head. How could you ever do this? Like,
I don't think he ever said that, right?
Bro, if you're this stupid, make life better for everybody and just quit. Destiny has recently doxed J-Stock and Queeman. His motivation
And Jessica's editor too, who's gone.
behind this is that everyone they associate with him ends up getting doxed and harassed, so he's doing it back to them. The victims I know are Destiny's girlfriend, Dan Saltman and his family, me and my wife, Hutch and his family. Augie pulls up
Josiah, there's and it feels bad. I can't even talk about it because if I say it, it even sounds horrible. But yes, yeah, it's Unhinged.
Destiny's employees saying she was swatted.
Like at this point, these side communities are yellow pages, okay, for everybody who's ever been associated with me. What the fuck?
I was
My wife, Hutch and his family. Augie pulls up Destiny's employees saying she was swatted.
I was also swatted.
Oh, Kyla, yeah.
Now, why would she be saying that she was also swatted in a reply to this clip? Is she saying that J-Stock and Queeman had some part in her
Yes! Kiwi Farms has an unhinged obsession with Kyla. They are telling people to call ICE on her to break her visa. Yes, and Justical and all of them know it. That's why Justical brings his mentally ill BPD queen on stream constantly to talk about Kyla and all the other crazy unhinged these guys do. Yes, they all know about it. There's the plausible deniability doesn't work here. Okay, no, we're not retarded, or I'm not going to be private about it anymore. No, you guys are crazy. It's not a coincidence that all of these people just happen to be in your community. It's unhinged.
getting swatted? Or that their communities had some part in this?
Yes, obviously, but it's all just a coincidence to Augie. Augie pulls up another example of a Destiny viewer saying they're getting threatening letters sent to their house, and Destiny's like,
Oh, not Destiny viewers. That was a member of Justical's Discord server, actually.
I don't believe them, but even if that happened, it's still not that community's fault.
A couple months ago, because I'm a fan of Destiny in the JSUG server, someone in his community sent a letter to my home. I've moved since then. Thanks for telling us, by the way. To my house saying I defend Destiny because I want to my wife and my patients. I'm gonna put an X to doubt on that one. And even if it did happen, right? Who's responsible for that?
What about the guy
It was a person in Justical's Discord server. This wasn't even from my audience. That's where this came from. That's who that guy was. He was a person in Justical's Discord server. And then Justical banned him from his Discord server.
dog whistling that I'm a valid target and getting a dono saying they understand his orders?
Anything is justifiable against Destiny and the people who support him.
I don't think creators are responsible for every one of their unhinged viewers, but it is not normal for a community this small to have so much doxing coming out of it. I've made videos on communists, Nazis, misogynists, feminists, scammers, and traffickers. People with millions of followers, yet this tiny little community is where all this doxing takes place, and it's just out of their hands. Dude, they're obviously feeding into it, but Augie knows nothing. He can't even recite me goofing on them accurately. J-Stock has criticized Destiny for creating a
Because the problem is that those guys like Augie and them, they get all of their info directly from Juice Stalker and everybody else, right? And of course, they're just telling them, hey, that we don't know anything about this. Nothing's happening here. Like, look at my server. Look, we ban all of that. We disavow all of that. Ha 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 ha. Just to be clear, the guy that got doxed was banned by Justical. People might think Justical banned the doxer. Yeah, the guy that got the letter to his house was banned by Justical from the server. Yeah.
a metaphorical rape machine, partially because he had sex with BPD girls. Then when these girls call him out for being abusive, everyone thinks they're just crazy. J-Stock then had sex with the same BPD girl.
Everything Destiny's saying here is true.
And committed her for 72 hours. And then when she came out, welcomed her with open arms.
Actually,
The funny thing is, oh no, who sent me these screenshots? I don't know if I don't have them on hand. The funny thing is, because Cherry would go through moments of, Cherry has like phases. It's like the moon, okay? She's crazy for a bit, and then she's not crazy. And when she's not crazy, she's like, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm crazy for a bit. There was, when she came out of confinement, she was even typing messages in Justical server, which is like, I know the only reason you guys are nice to me is because Justical is literally telling you guys. And Cherry like calls it out exactly. She literally says, like, I know this is what it means when Justical's on stream and he says, hey guys, we like Cherry. It's because he's telling you guys not to shit on me. I'm aware of that. Who sent me those DMs? Resend them. Oh, thank you. What was the date on these? But like, even like, and maybe they'll say, you know, retroactively, like, oh no, this is all a joke, lol, it was just joke, haha, because that's what they do with everything. But like, Cherry's even aware of like how she's being weaponized by Justical's community. I think it's more interesting knowing he banned me as soon as I got home and still hated him. Oh, because I think Justical didn't want to say anything bad about him as soon as she got out. It's okay. Just, I know most of you do whatever he tells you to do regarding me. Here to loop, like a good little BPD co-host. That's why he says, like, quote, no, we like Cherry still, end quote. You've got your vague orders. Like, Cherry knows what's going on. They all know what's going on. They just pretend when they're talking to other communities that they can't possibly, you know, do any of this. So this is crazy, and you're insane, and where's the evidence to do it? Yeah.
it's not true. Actually, everything Destiny's saying here is complete bullshit. Destiny says, and to think that this was the same guy, JStock Jewstalker, who spent the last year saying having sex with mentally ill people equals rape. Crazy, huh? No, you retard. That was never the argument that you have sex with mentally ill people. That means you're raping them by default.
The argument literally was, wow, crazy how all of these mentally ill girls, which, by the way, are the people that you see online that get exploded out online, okay? The vast majority of the people I bang are completely normal, are never on the internet now because you guys are insane, okay? Are totally chill, ordinary people. But the argument has always been that I explicitly pick these people out and then I subtly manipulate them with reverse mind psychology. Because remember, when I sent Lav that one message saying like, hey, I know we hooked up in the past and you're jumping on stream now, just want to make sure that you know there's like nothing weird or whatever, and then she joked about it, that was actually me. Remember, this is Mr. Girl's argument. That was me being 180 manipulative in order to give me plausible deniability, okay? And then also, the fact that there has never in the history of all of DMs ever been a DM of me manipulating anybody or anything, but that's because I'm super good at hiding all of it and super secretly doing it. It's so retarded, but I'm always choosing the mentally ill people because I know they're the easiest ones to manipulate. Never mind the fact that Gistigal is literally bringing Cherry on 24/7 to on every single person in my orbit after she's literally been forcibly committed for being suicidal, for being too heavily involved in online communities. Relly sweeping for Gistigal. Wait, what is this?
Please see for like his Hasan videos. Just show me something where JStock's like, yeah.
Sorry. Oh my God. Oh, this retard is so stupid. Okay, sorry, hold on. I'm just responding to this because it gets asked every time. Destiny, disregard if I'm retarded, but why even give these degens the time of day? These people are nobodies, to be honest. These people are nobodies, but the problem is everything they say gets amplified all the way up to Hasan Piker. And the issue is that once Hasan is starting to repeat stuff, if Hasan says something crazy and I go, hold on, I know that what Hasan just said sounds crazy, but you have to understand. What's actually happening is that information is first getting posted to another place like Kiwi Farms, and then users are taking bits and pieces of that information, they're disseminating it across a ton of different Discord servers, where all of these people visit the other servers, and then all of them eventually make commentary videos about it online, where they pretend not to have any direct connection to Kiwi Farms, but the information that gets posted there originally is always ending up in these videos, and then it's being used to subtly craft a narrative that's pushing all of these people against me in a certain direction, and is also being used to harass these people around me in real life as much as possible, and that's why, when Hasan amplifies it, it's bad. That, I sound crazy. I sound like an actual schizo when I say that, right? So that's why I kind of have to, I don't want to be involved in like this type of shit, just to be clear, right? There's a reason why through like all of 2024, I don't talk about any of this shit, or I try to ignore them or it's whatever. Personally, because I think it's kind of boring. I'd rather be reading about more boring shit. I'd rather be doing more deep dives into how does a furin cleavage site organically wind up in some place, and is a 12 nucleotide insertion out of frame evidence of lab leak theory or not, right? That's more interesting to me. That's what I'd rather do. I'd rather have 3,000 viewers, okay, going over autistic boring shit. But the issue is that if it's now to the point, in the past you would ignore people like this, because if you ignore people like this, they go away. But if they're getting amplified by people like Hasan, well, I can't really ignore it. And then it sounds really credible when there's so much backing it up. And it's like, okay, well, now I have to spend a little bit more time kind of deconstructing this insane apparatus that is existing here now. Because otherwise, yeah, you just seem like crazy when you bring it up. So
Please see for like his Hasan videos. Just show me something where JStock's like, yeah, it's okay for these people to be doxxed. We're only halfway through the video. Maybe that's what. Just show me anything that illustrates. Because is Willie Mac making the argument that JStock is like offline messaging people or like offline talking to people in a way that would do this? Or like, where is the gearing of his audience to be like, yeah, no, it's totally fine to dox Willie Mac, and actually I like Erudite being.
Yeah, like he's retarded. He's just retarded. I don't know. He spent a lot of time in that community too, though. So I don't know. It's fine, whatever it is. It is what it is.
The argument that you have sex with mentally ill people.
What would happen if you blocked them all on everything? Would it dent your bank account? Just making political streams in an isolated void? Well, the problem is that like people get the most unhinged thoughts about me or assumptions about me based on what they've heard on some of these other streams. Honestly, if you want to hear my problems with it, just listen to Hasan, because Hasan picks up and copies every single thing I say now. But where's the clip of Hasan hijacking my explanation where he's like, a lot of people don't like me just because of crazy clips they've seen of me online, and then, if they would just watch my content, they'd get a better understanding. That's a line that he stole from me, because it's true in my perspective, right? Because to these people, they present me as being literally like boogeyman Hitler. It's insane.
Retard. That was never the argument that you have sex with mentally ill people. That means you're raping them by default. The argument is that you don't give a fuck about their consent because you share their images videos of them doing all kinds of sexual stuff. You'll share that with anyone.
No, Augie, J-Stock actually specifically said it's not about sharing images.
I think that the main talking point is that Destiny distributes people's nudes. And, like, it's like a weird
I think that's not the main talking point. I think one of the a massive talking point here is the infinite rape machine, okay? How does the infinite rape machine work?
Just as a reminder, I don't know if this still exists in Justification server, okay? Because I get told things. I think somebody can check now. Apparently in Justification server, he got so irritated because the narrative is like swung so far in the other direction now that if you even come across as remotely defending me in Justifications's Discord server, they've made a new channel called the defense server where you automatically get quarantined off into. But so also, to be fair to Justical, WillyMac is quitting him here, but his position might have changed because all of the positions have changed over time since January when Pixie's Unhinged stack first dropped about me to now when it's like, oh, maybe like 98% of what was said is actually complete and total horseshit.
Massive talking point, which you'd know if you watch the Sunday video. It's not just...
Oh, yeah, you just got to watch the President Sunday video. If you just watch the President Sunday video, you'd understand everything. Okay.
Point here is the infinite rape machine, okay? How does the infinite rape machine work? It's a massive talking point, which you'd know if you watch the Sunday video. It's not just about nudes, bro. It's about a system that let this happen for so long.
And what does Sunday say? Part of the machine is Destiny targeting mentally ill women.
And the victims.
One of which, Justical literally, is now dating that he features on his stream commonly after she tried to kill herself and he had her forcibly committed because of her suicidality.
Filters.
Oh, she wasn't on yesterday. Good job. Let's see. Was she on the day before? Nope. Good job. Oh, there she is here. I wonder what they're doing here. I think it's insane if you have a girl who's literally, you called 911 to get her locked up because she was suicidal, and then you're throwing her right back into the most unhinged and insane online communities that you can into drama to fight. That's crazy to me. I hope that if Cherry kills herself, I hope that Justical receives the appropriate amount of social shame for that, because holy that's wild. Oh, there she is 4 days ago. Is that her 5 and 6 days ago? I can't see over the multiple people in. That's just unhinged, bro. Somehow I'll get blamed for that though, based.
And what does Sunday say? Part of the machine is Destiny targeting mentally ill women.
And the victims are also selected, either for mental illness, allowing them to be easily construed as hysterical or deceptive when they complain about their treatment.
So when it leaks that J-Stock is having a secret relationship with the same BPD girl and she crashes out on him multiple times, it's funny. I'm allowed to talk back to these people. I talked to Augie about this same exact thing a month ago and told him if he wanted to find it, he could just watch the ending to my second Destiny video. But he didn't watch it. He'd rather make stuff up. Bro, you're sitting at a computer right now. Feel free to use it. Augie ends this hour-long segment on me, summarizing that the only reason I'd be mad is because I'm stupid or because Destiny controls me.
Oh, they do still have this. Apparently this was yesterday. I don't even mind a lot of the people who post in the E channel. It's just best to keep them quarantined, to not turn this gen chat into a slog. If you don't, you have to carry his narrative 100% or they will ban you from the Discord. This is why everybody in the Discord eventually grows to think I'm like some mentally ill BPD girl rapist or whatever, because you have to have that, I guess, understanding of me.
Me summarizing that the only reason I'd be mad is because I'm stupid or because Destiny controls me, feeding into the narrative that got me doxed in the first place.
Remember, I control Willie Mac, I control Ethan Klein, I control Dan Saltman, I control every hater that Hasan has ever had, I control. Just every single person online. But I understand now why. I understand. It's the projection thing. I keep saying that. I keep never giving the projection thing enough credit. Oh, Hutch, yeah. And it's because it is literally what they do. They're running around in DMs telling each other, like, hey, you have to do this. Hey, we got to talk about this. Hey, we need to do this. It's like the Trump propaganda thing, but like unironically for real. Actually, wait. Am I friends with Queeman? No, I'm not. Profile and mutual friends. Oh, because you can check who's friends with who here. I wonder who he's controlling here. Okay.
Hard to logically understand why he's posting this. I mean, the two options is literally just he's brain dead retarded right now, or he's controlled opposition.
Yes. True. Good job, Willie. Sorry, guys. I've been streaming off hours sometimes because it's just so much script writing I have to do for so many different people to get all of them on my side. But the thing that sucks is that they actually do this because they have nothing else going on in their lives. These people have nothing besides like the online gossipy drama.
Really? That's all you could think of? Well, let me give you a third option. Our wedding is having to prepare for fake bomb threats, and my bride is worried about us and our family getting shot. Augie never once brings this up as a possibility for why I'm frustrated. It doesn't cross his mind. Seriously, if that's the extent of your analysis, you need to quit. In my last conversation with Augie, he told me a story about how he quit drama for a year because a guy named Salvo was doxing and harassing him and his family. So where is that same sympathy when it's happening to me and my wife? He shares the same empathy meter with Ian.
You know, my empathy meter's only maybe like a quarter of the way filled up.
The most reassuring news I got was when my wedding planner told me that she talked to the venue and they told her that the riffraff doesn't bother them because they've done celebrity weddings and that they're in a Jewish neighborhood, so they're used to getting calls like this. In one sense, very reassuring because it means our venue wasn't spooked, and in another sense, very depressing because it means people are just calling and harassing this place because they're in a Jewish neighborhood. I don't know what should happen when it comes to Destiny or a snark community doxing each other and others, but what I do know is Bad Empanada needs to be banned. He nonstop slanders people, doxes people, and harasses them. He recently swatted Kraut by falsely reporting him to the Austrian police for hacking his alt Twitter accounts. I don't think they were ever—
And this is my issue, okay? If you want to get into like the doxing, swatting wars or whatever, like personally, I do think it's bad. If for no other reason, because I think it's kind of cringe when you're wasting the time of like social services or emergency services. I think it's cringe. But like if you want to, then fine. But don't just. I hate cry bullying more than anything else. Okay, I hate cry bullying more than anything else. This is why, as much as I think he's like a crazy, weird, degenerate piece of shit, I do have a level of respect for Bad Empanada because generally, Bad Empanada acknowledges that he's an unhinged lunatic. All right, he does dox everybody, and he does say he doxes it. He lies about people who's crazy. But I think, like, you know, Bad Empanada is crazy when you look at him. He's like, generally speaking, unless I miss it, maybe he does try to make excuses for behavior somewhere else. Like, Bad Empanada is open about it. But if you're gonna throw your lot in with somebody like Bad Empanada, then you have to fully do it. You can't. It's not 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Okay. Your on-screen shot is dead. Good. So are you. Wait, where is it? Okay. I'm sorry. That didn't make any sense.
Swatted Kraut by falsely reporting him to the Austrian police for hacking his alt Twitter accounts. I don't think they were ever hacked at all.
Basically, he accuses me of hacking. Bad Empanada accuses me of hacking. Specifically, he accuses me of hacking 15 of his banned Twitter accounts.
His evidence of Kraut hacking him comes from a tweet where Kraut says he's archiving his accounts. That's literally it.
This here is the central claim. He claims, I got illegal access to 15 of his 22 temporarily banned X accounts.
Am I retarded? How do these people actually think you're putting mass amounts of energy to control the narrative? If you were trying to control it that hard, wouldn't there not be all this controversy? Well, maybe they think I suck at it. I don't know. But I don't know where people think all the time comes from for this. Or like, there would be evidence of this somewhere. I'm like, I don't do like the Discord group at all. The only reason I know what I do is because I have my loyal spies, my birdies, that just send me screenshots from Discord servers. I don't have the time, nor the inclination to do any of this. I just don't give a that much about this. Well, but now unfortunately I have to because it's so weird. But
well, what did I tweet? I tweet, yeah, we managed to get archive files containing everything Bad Empanada tweeted with 15 of his 22 suspended accounts. Well, how did we get this? We went to Wayback Machine and typed in his accounts.
So f***ing obviously is not you hacking him. He's saying that tweet is evidence that he was hacked.
Yes.
Destiny Manifesto? Are you asking about my manifesto? When I'm writing my manifestos, I'm usually pretty open about it, right? And then the only manifesto I ever did in secret was the Keffels one over like 2 weeks.
Bad Empanada actually just uploaded—
But I also had to recruit like 10 people to help me with that one.
—video on why he thinks his police report was justified, and in it, he just reads his complaint.
So this is probably the most serious thing that he did, in that he publicly implied that he had hacked my social media accounts and obtained private information about me that is otherwise inaccessible from doing so, and that he was going to go through it and share it.
Hey, no neck, he's talking about the public tweets you posted. Oh yeah, this tweet where Crouch says he's going to screenshot the unhinged stuff I say, yeah, that's evidence he's going to hack me. Please believe me, audience. Like, how stupid are his viewers?
An archive file containing everything Bad Empanada tweeted with 15 of his 22 suspended accounts. Now, you can't really get an archive file of someone else's Twitter. The only way you can get the Twitter archive file is by having access to the account. So that's very suspicious, isn't it?
Or you could just go to your public Twitter page and screenshot all your tweets. He's so desperate to sound like a victim here when he's the one who falsely swatted Crouch.
Oh, actually, Bad Empanada, in a strict sense, is correct here, but he's talking about this in a way that no one else was. Bad Empanada is talking about, for all online services, you can request digital backup of all of your data that they have. I think it's a new, ever since the GDPR stuff. But I don't think that's obviously not what Kraut was talking about. That's what Bad Empanada is like pivoting to try to make it sound like Kraut had access to all of his accounts. Yeah.
Didn't want me to think that he engaged in potentially criminal activity. Why did he make public posts implying that he was engaging in that activity? Public posts that clearly the Vienna police who investigated the case thought were suspicious enough to warrant an investigation and an interview.
What Bad Empanada is not telling you is that the police dismissed his complaint as having zero merit. He's essentially reading his own complaint and then acting like that somehow makes it more legit. It doesn't. This is only a small portion of how stupid this police report is. In short, the police closed the investigation because it was a massive waste of time. But this still allowed Bad Empanada to get all of Kraut's personal information. When the police closed the investigation, Bad Empanada wrote an email threatening Kraut to stay silent on it.
Hi, Joseph. I did not swat you. You gave me legitimate reason to believe that you were hacking my accounts in an attempt to divulge my private information and posted very public threats against me. I'm relieved to hear that you apparently denied that you were really engaging in this behavior. I will not apologize for taking basic measures to protect myself, like filing a police report. When you publicly made such statements, I would prefer to not have to talk about this publicly, as you will note that I have refrained from doing up until this point, because I legitimately never did any of the things you claimed I did to you and have no wish to embarrass or divulge any personal info by releasing any of the files I received from the public prosecutor's office on this case.
Or in other words, stay silent or I'm gonna post all of your personal information I got from the police. Kraut has vented a bit about this, so Bad Empanada has already started lying about the facts. Kraut is currently going around claiming that I swatted him. In reality, I reported him to the Vienna police because he was openly posting on Twitter about he was stalking / doxing me for months. The prosecutor thought the evidence I provided was suspicious enough to warrant an investigation, especially one about him illegally accessing my data. Kraut told me that the Austrian police are obligated to investigate every report, and the investigation came back saying Bad Empanada had little more than circumstantial evidence, that his accusations of violent threats can both in objective and subjective manner not be proven due to there not being any violent threats, that the accusation of libel or slander is not detectable. This video is so embarrassing by him. He is non-stop lying. And from what I've seen, Bad Empanada has no evidence. He's just wasting everybody's time to get a dox. Seriously, how is this guy not banned from everything? There is some good news though. Bad Empanada is apparently on the run. I thought it was just a meme when he posted, "Today's stream is delayed as I am fleeing to a different country." But it turns out this might be real, as Ethan is monologuing his next move to track him down. Bad Empanada is on the run. He knows we're closing in. We suspected he had fled back to Australia, but upon further research and verification, he's actually fled to Uruguay. This information is probably shocking for him to hear, as he went to great lengths to obscure his escape from Argentina to Uruguay. Bad Empanada, if you ever decide to return to Australia, will be immediately notified and a torrent of lawsuits will follow. You are easy to get in Australia, which is why you're doing everything to avoid returning. Why am I telling you this? So he looks over his shoulder every day. We are coming and we will win. You can run from us, but we will catch you and we will ruin you. Have a nice day.
Bad Empanada chimed in. Does it feel good to be hated literally everywhere you go? I mean, first of all, Bad Empanada, you're outcast from society. Like, we live in Los Angeles, California. You are on the run.
I mean, you know you're a piece of shit when even Hasan pulls up Bad Empanada's video of him doxing me, and even he's surprised about what's happening.
Just like how I can tell you that Willie Mac Show is William McConville, and he is getting married to a Yale. Now, I am not going to give you the full name of the person he's getting married to, but I can tell you she is Israeli, and she was assigned to him by...
Bestest Kib, to be honest. This is Drama Slob Empanada content? Yeah. I don't really fucking give a shit about this.
Like, I
Really? Because it seemed like you really liked platforming out of his Drama Slop before.
appreciate that he stopped watching immediately, but why are we acting like it's just slop? I'd argue it's a bit more ill-intended than slop content. Hasan is the guy who thinks the subreddit LSF posting his stream clips quantifies as stalking and harassment.
If I was a smart person, I wouldn't be getting ritualistically humiliated by socially maladjusted freaks that are agoraphobic on a daily basis in a mass harassment campaign online. But I do that for a living.
But Bad Empanada posting my personal info, it's just drama slop. Then he watches them again a few days later.
Bad Empanada is a good example of this, where I think he's like a crazy person. He is chaotic good, if that makes sense.
No, it doesn't. Please.
What the? Did he really say that? Chaotic good? Have I heard that before? Chaotic good. Bad Empanada? Okay.
What is this guy doing?
Explain.
Like, think about how little little time I spend like shitting on Bad Empanada or whatever. Because like, I think he's coming from, like, we have different methods, we have different tactics, we have different techniques.
His tactics are doxing, false police reports, false CPS reports, slandering people constantly.
But overall, we're working on the same side.
Hasan is literally saying he supports what Bad Empanada is doing. Like, Hasan clearly knows at this point who Bad Empanada really is. He literally had a one-on-one conversation with him where Bad Empanada said these people deserve to be harassed, meaning anyone who mildly disagrees with them.
Be mean to them. If they feel bad, if they feel harassed, honestly, great. I don't give a
Based.
Each and every one of them. We need to be mean to these guys. We need to be assholes. They deserve it.
He knows the guy he's supporting is doing this and purposely promotes him anyway. A week passes and they're talking out about my docs and peddling lies about my wife to discredit valid criticism about them.
It's so crazy. This is such an unhinged back and forth between these guys. Bro, the Gaza-Palestine, or the Israel-Gaza, which has mind-rotted so many people. It's actually so crazy.
They're just trying to assassinate my character.
You're just doing investigative journalism. They're saying Bad Empanada unearthed that. Is that true? I think Bad Empanada or somebody unearthed like the Willie Mac Show's getting married to like an IDF lady or something, which makes sense. He was the guy who did the big expose on like you with the Al Ali bombing, hospital bombing, right?
Yeah. He's a brilliant political, probably one of the best minds
He
in
just
politics
cares about
right
the
now.
truth. So yeah, compromise.
Like, man, I just keep forgetting. You could justify anything as long as you're more pro-Palestine than the other guy. I want to end this video with a story. When I was at my most overwhelmed figuring out all the new logistics for the wedding, Ethan Klein actually hit me up and offered to organize security for it so everyone could have peace of mind and enjoy the day. He had no reason to do that. I don't know Ethan. I've made videos on him in the past, but he reached out anyway and lent a hand when he had no reason to. What got me was a text he sent me saying, "I got you, bro. Don't worry."
Wait, if these guys are talking, why wasn't Ethan the one masterminding Willie's video? Why didn't Ethan get accused of that? What the
The wedding will be perfect. It was. So thank you.
What is the date on this? Defense Squad. Jesus. If you want to argue, people would have stopped caring maybe, but people always bring up whatever embarrassing thing someone has online every single time they run afoul of them. DGG especially, and adjacent political communities. The funny thing is that Justical had to clamp down so hard. Kelly would only spend time in Justical server because creepers like Wicked Supreme would constantly bring up her story with her ex or whatever, Henry G. This is literally just a few minutes ago. Oh, that's why Kelly left, is because Justical took mod from her, I think. And so she won't be there unless she can time out people who are talking about her stuff. But my guess is 90% of DGG wouldn't even know about it. The whole leak was a banned topic on Reddit at least. It was never discussed on stream either. Most people are not terminally online. What? Wait, I can't tell if this guy's defending me or tagging me. Like, yeah, I don't want people posting links to all of our revenge porn shit, but okay. Question mark. Destiny cut contact with Pixie and told her to sue. It was always coming out. That's not even true. Pixie's the one that removed me from Discord, number one, and I never told her to sue. I just said that I wouldn't infringe on her right to do anything else, or I am not going to tell her that she can or can't do because I tried so hard not to be controlling or masterminding literally anything. All of those DMs are public, so I don't know why you would lie about this, especially when you've spent the last like 8 months debating about my about everything related to my life. But reminder that Augie and Straight Raid went on Justical stream to shit on H3. It's all connected. Wait, how long ago? Oh, a month ago? Oh, yikes.
I think that's trivially obvious.
Pretty gross and pretty weird. The funny thing too is that
in the out of context,
I think the only reason they're doing this is because I'm not trying not to main character too much, but it's because they don't like me. And because Dan is connected to me and connected to Ethan, they view Ethan as being like on my side. So now they're stuck defending the most cucked people. Like imagine if you told Justical like a year ago, bro, I know this is hard, but you're going to have to defend Frogan, Casey Tron, and Denims. Like this guy who used to be a Fuentes fan, Justical would kill himself. Holy shit.
Thing is a big thing that like I understand.
It's insane how you can so clearly say that you aren't going to hinder people and their choices, and yet people still use that to attack you. Yeah, seriously, what the those messages all got posted publicly, right? What did I say? Oh, yeah. Because when she started messaging me, she was like, I don't think you'll ever be brought to justice. And I was like, you have every legal option available to you. You can always pursue stuff, and there are special civil and criminal protections that even shield your name from being released. You can always do free consultations with litigation firms to check the stuff like that. For obvious reasons, you should take things I'm saying with a grain of salt and pursue and check out all of those things on your own. Like, I don't think I could have said that message any better. Jesus. Also, this is after she's like sending me an extortion message to try to blackmail me. What the? This message, now with more, dude, I can't wait to do my final write-up on this whole ordeal. This message is so unhinged. I'm just tired of living anymore. It's a matter of time until my family discovers what happened, and I feel like there is no way to obtain justice. I don't want to bring a case against you, but I think you'll continue to send nudes of people, even without their consent. Bringing a case against you would mean going public, which is the equivalent of a death sentence for me, either way. So I feel like the best thing to do is for me to kill myself and schedule a post just detailing my feelings on what happened to try to ensure that a situation like this doesn't happen again. I'm not going to kill myself at this second. She's giving me time to offer her a ton of money when she says that. That's why she deleted messages later on about this. I'm trying to get some things in order before I end everything, but I don't see a future where I survive for much longer. It's better to end things sooner rather than later and stop. It's such an unhinged, God, this whole scenario is so unhinged. And then I like how she lies in her Substack and say he was trying to downplay my feelings at this point in time. Like it was a bad thing to do. Like, yes, I am trying to downplay your feelings because your feelings that you are telling me you want to kill yourself. No shit, I'm trying to minimize and downplay things. No shit. I think one of my messages that leaked with Erin even explicitly said that, where I'm like, I don't want to downplay her feelings, but I also don't want her to commit suicide. Whatever.